Hello everybody and welcome back to this powerful interview. Today we're in Colombia and we met some friends. We made a previous video actually introducing you guys to 7 ways that people we've met have become financially independent. And today we're interviewing one of them. Johan is with us today. She had success achieving financial independence via Amazon FBA. Johan, hello.
Hello.
Welcome, Johan.
Johan. So you notice that Johan's staying anonymous, and that's great, and that's because she just wants her privacy, but she's very kindly joined us today to share the practical steps, the tips, business tips that have helped her to get to where she is today. Okay, so Johan, thank you for joining us. Do you mind just sharing, for the people who don't know, what is Amazon FBA, first of all?
Amazon FBA is fulfillment by Amazon, which means that people can ship goods into the Amazon warehouse, and Amazon will do the shipping and customer service for you, and then also selling on their platform. So this gives us a superpower that if we have a great product idea, if we can source them, then we can put on the platform using the advantage that they will give us the the people who will see our product and be able to sell that.
So please tell us, how exactly did you get into doing Amazon FBA?
Okay, so I did some other business for a long time, for 5 years, and I wouldn't say it was a failure, but it was never made it huge or made it possible to be financially independent. It was always a hustle, every day. And but then so through the business, my previous one, I met some friend who we were equally poor in the beginning, but then they were doing Amazon and they got richer. So I have seen them buying houses.
Oh, wow.
and I have seen them getting financially independent. And I was thinking I'm not dumber than they are, and why can't I do it?
Exactly.
And then every year I call them how are you guys doing? And they're like, oh, we are already richer. How about you? So I was just me. And then in 2017, so my previous business was a total failure. And then I was thinking about, okay, it's time to change, because I used to look down on them, which is wrong.
On your friends who had started the Amazon FBA.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So because I thought I'm better educated, and whatever you guys are selling, like $1 stuff, $2. So this doesn't bring any any value to the world. And I was thinking I want to do something bring more value. But then I thought, okay, so now I'm facing the reality. I need to survive. I cannot live with my parents anymore. I really have to stand on my feet. So this is, then I was learning it from them, and also independently from YouTube and different resources. So, but it was important that someone needs to make it. And I wasn't saying oh, I'm going to create my own way, but I was seeing how they did it.
Right.
First, I know it's wrong, but first copy them, then made it better.
Okay. So how did you discover what niche you wanted to focus on?
Yes. So the first year, even the second year, and even when I did it 4 or 5 years, it was always a failure. So in the beginning, it's 20-80. So which means if I develop 10 products, only 2 would work, the other 8 wouldn't work. When you start doing it, just do it 10 times and expect only 2 successful, 8 failure. So trust the statistic and just do it. Don't give up until you made 10. And then 2 will be successful. But with the time that you have more experience, it will be 80% whatever you picked is successful, 20% failure. This is just normal, and everyone goes through that.
So wait, so it's 80% successful or failure? Which one?
In the beginning, the first year so first is 80% failure, 20% successful.
Right.
And then slowly after second, third year might be 30, 70, and then the third year 50-50.
Then it improves over time.
Yeah.
So so it's fair to say that you lose a lot of money. How much money do you lose at the start when you're still trying to work out what product works?
Okay, so this is also one experience I have. So because I didn't have much money, and I'm just not allowed myself to lose money.
Okay.
So I'm just thinking that a good business just don't lose money.
Okay, interesting.
So whatever is losing money, which means you are doing something wrong.
Okay.
And it should hurt you, because if it hurts you, then you will remember what did wrong and you wouldn't do it.
Okay.
So in the beginning, when I, let's say, developed the 10 product, I mean, I was only like buying 20 pieces of each product.
Got it, okay.
So, I mean, for the 2 product which made money would be enough for the other 8 one just to cover. But it means that in the beginning I didn't make any money.
Oh, okay.
But at least I figured which 2 works.
Okay, so which 2 made money? What particular things were you selling that actually then made money from, let's say, out of the 10? What kind of stuff?
Okay, so this is also very interesting. So it was like a necklace and bracelet, which I would never imagine. I picked them because they're cheap, and I have to say that I find them very ugly.
Interesting.
But again, whatever we are doing should be independent. How we think about it.
Right.
So only try and error, because
Right.
I don't know what they like.
Yeah.
And only if you present it on the market, people will tell you. And this is why whatever product, whatever I do, I don't judge it.
Right.
I just try and
Interesting.
error.
So you just try and you base on the statistics or the numbers that are coming out,
Yeah.
and that's how you focus on where to put your money to
Yes.
see what. So give us a sense for what it costs to start an Amazon FBA business. So for you, for example, not exact figures, just a sense, just so that people, sometimes people say, oh look, I can't do this business because it's too much money. Just give us a sense for.
I started with $10,000, and it was everything I had.
Right.
And
Wow.
so I was very cheap. But I think this is, no matter what we do, we don't go in like all at once. And with 10,000, I think in the beginning I picked like 10 products.
Okay.
And then they were okay.
Okay.
So they were like, I'm not losing money, but I'm not making much. So I might be making 10%, 20%, but at least I know it is okay, it is sellable, and I know that the moment I sell it all, I'm not losing money. So I think that's very important.
Yeah. Okay.
So did you say 10,000 was quite cheap?
So because I only had 10,000, and then I was buying stuff like 20 pieces here, 20 pieces there, because I don't dare to buy 200. Who knows what happens?
Okay.
So what would you say is the secret to your success? Because you've gone from 2017 to maybe 2021, thereabouts. It's a very short time to have success in the business. What would you say was the secret to your success that made you become somebody who built an Amazon FBA business, sold the business, and became financially independent from it? What made you a success?
Luck, first of all.
Okay.
And I think it's important that I pick the right race, because 2016-17 was still the blue ocean for Amazon market, so you could still do it. But today is a different competition thing, and so this first thing, to pick and choose, and then the second thing is that I had a role model during the road, and I mean there are like the first and second year I want to give up because I don't have income, and the business seems good, but I never have cash, and I just like, the more I do, the more I pour is. And then I will be calling my friends. So before I call them once a year, now I call them once a month. I think, is this true?
Yeah.
You told me you made money, but why don't I see
the money? Right.
And this is what I learned, that every time you want to give up, you just stay there for a little bit longer. So if you're sure the race is correct, like what you do is right, I have insisted at least 3 times. If after 3 times every time I want to give up, I didn't, then I'm allowed to give up. And also I'm asking myself, the future me, seeing the me right now, is it the right time to give up? Have you tried your very best? If the answer is yes, then I'm allowed to give up. So, and this is the second thing during the journey. I mean, so this is why it's not always happy. It's most likely very painful.
Yes.
because I wake up like 5 o'clock every morning and did my product research for 2-3 hours.
Wow.
Then I went to the office and I managed the people, because when you are a manager, you are in the office, no one is like, so you have to manage them instead of doing your work.
Right.
And the only free time I have is like doing 1 hour yoga every day and sleep like 8 or 9, even though, but when I'm home, I'm still doing my work.
Right.
By selling them, product research,
Right.
and then go to sleep, then immediately start working. And also devoted, because I had the belief that it must work, because it worked with my friend.
For your friend, yeah.
I said, why doesn't work with me? And so this is the drive for me.
So I want you to speak about something, because some people listening to this might think, yeah, she maybe sounds a bit privileged or whatever. But you spoke about being poor. You started off from a poor place. Can you just speak a little bit about that? Just about how difficult life was before you're now at a very good place financially, but you've come from a place that wasn't very good. Do you mind just sharing a little bit about that background?
Yeah, I mean, when I was young, I mean, we never had much money, and this is why I was never like generous with. I mean, so I think I'm a generous person to the others, but I'm never generous to myself.
Interesting.
And also, I mean, that sounds ridiculous, but I really never buy Starbucks coffee. I never buy coffee outside. I just think coffee is something you can
make at home.
You make at home.
Right.
And as you see, I go anywhere with a bottle, and then because I'm just want some hot tea. I mean, I just ask for hot water, which is for free, and I'm drinking it.
Yeah.
I mean, because I respect every cent I make. I know they are hard-made money.
Yeah. I love that.
And also so I sometimes also feel like jealous, like, oh, why couldn't I have expensive bags? Why couldn't I? But actually, the happiness that you buy one bag is only happy pass for one day, and the next day you want to have a more expensive one. That is not internal. So I believe in if we become level up and we understand more, that gives me long-term joy.
Right.
Love that.
Do you want to speak to us about selling the business? How did that work out?
Actually, this is also very new for me.
Okay.
And selling business is usually what we heard from TV.
Yes.
And it never happened to real life.
Yeah.
So this is something I have learned. So I have good friends and a community. So I think it's very important to find a community which will support you.
Okay.
And when the opportunity comes along, I have mentors, I have friends who push me to say, yes, give it a try.
Right.
And I mean, I'm a very careful people, and so I've been double conforming with them for months. Should I really do it? Should I do it? And then we decide to do it. And then during the process, it's even more painful than before.
Really?
Because you are dealing with professional people.
Yes.
And they look at your business different than how you look at them.
Yeah.
And so there are a lot of changes also, but then you need professional help, and you need to hire professional people to help you to make up the business.
To make it look
sellable.
Look sellable, yeah.
And also, so there I'm not cheap. So I want to have the best people who can, because it's a one-time, lifetime opportunity. And but my thinking is that anyone wants to buy anything from you, just sell it.
Okay, interesting.
Because you don't know when they want to buy you next time. But of course we don't want to sell below the value.
Below the value, okay.
But we have a value in our heart how much is really worth it. And don't expect you will sell it on the highest price.
Right.
You just trust the value, sell that value. So this is value investment.
Okay.
And just sell it.
Okay.
So who did you hire to help you with that process?
Not their name, just what kind of
my partner actually.
I mean, and what skills does your partner have? What's his profession?
I mean, he was buying, selling business for years,
Okay.
and he's also the one who found the opportunity and talked me into that. In the beginning, I said, no, never, no one wants to buy it.
Okay.
And then slowly, I mean, and also, so he has helped me a lot.
Amazing.
Okay. So if someone's watching this today and they're thinking to themselves, you know what, this sounds amazing. I feel I can relate to her story. I think I want to go and start an Amazon FBA business. What would you say to that person?
I would say do not start anymore in 2022 because the opportunity window is already closed. Because when I did that, it was a blue ocean business, which is not a lot of people have done that. And if so, I totally support like side hustle. I totally support that people should have different career. They should do different things. But I think it's important to find the right area and to not have so many competition now. Now it might seem small, but have a deep look and have a long-term plan with it. Think. But again, doesn't mean that you need to think very long. So try and error. So whatever you want to do, just spend a little bit of money, but a lot of your time, because what do we have the time, we don't have the money. And we try and error and see. So this is finding the opportunity. And also, it should be as crazy as possible. So when you find those and you ask your friend, you tell a friend, they're like, oh, I have never heard about it. It sounds so crazy. This is usually
the right
great opportunity. Yes. Because if everyone know about it, then everyone know about it.
So Amazon FBA, you would say, is oversaturated at the moment.
Yes, and I mean for normal people, for the big company, they can do whatever they want. For private people.
So for the people who've got money, they can still win the Amazon FBA game. But if you're like one person or two people with not too much money, it's not really worthwhile doing.
And also I think it's about confidence. Because when you start doing something or when you finally decide to do it, you better win it the first time. I mean, even small win, because otherwise it will like destroy your confidence.
Interesting.
And so every small steps matters, I think.
Just to wrap up, because this has been really enlightening, is there something about your personality that you think made you a success? Or do you think that if people are hardworking and they find the right opportunity, they too can make it a success?
Definitely. If you want that,
if you want it
hard enough and believe that. And also never give up, because on the journey, no matter which failure, it's just a gain. Because as long as you can breathe, you are alive, nothing can hurt you. And I mean, I have felt for like many times, I have at least 500 products which is not selling. And that's normal, and don't take it personally, just stand up and go on.
Johan, thank you so much for being so honest and transparent about your Amazon FBA business. You have dropped so much nuggets and a lot for our audience to really think about and consider.
Guys, if you really enjoyed today's video, we'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. That just helps our message to get out to more people and get this video promoted to so many more people on their journey. Don't forget to like the video as well if you really enjoyed today's video, and feel free to ask questions in the comments. We're really interested to see the quality of questions you're asking related to this area of Amazon FBA. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and as always,
in all things, be thankful and seek joy.
Take care people. Thank you, Johan.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye.